Hope everybody can see that. It's a cute little koala bear that I picked up in Australia when I went there. Spent 10 days there one time, and it is absolutely gorgeous. The only thing is a little bit tough is Scott doesn't fly well. In my mind, I do. I'm an outside the box kind of a thinker, but I don't like being in planes. And that ride from flight from LAX to New Zealand, and then we hopped over to Australia, very uncomfortable. So, but besides that, it's if we can get the time travel thing down quicker, then I think it'll be better the next time I go back. So, having said that, Matt, would you like to introduce yourself to everyone? And then we'll have a friendly conversation.
Yeah, hi. Thanks, Scott. First, I'd like to say thank you, Scott, for having me on. Really appreciate it, and really love what you're doing. I think it was a great idea. I'm Matt.Morro from Sydney, Australia, and just very humble and thankful that you've invited me onto your wonderful channel, and happy to see and excited to see where we're going to go.
Me too. And everyone, if you like what we're doing, then hit that subscribe button. And I'm inviting everybody watching this video, come and tell your story, because we want to get as many stories up there from as many different countries with as many different backgrounds as we can, because stories persuade other people and influence other people. So, Matt, when you first got into crypto, was Ripple and XRP the first thing that caught your attention?
Actually, no, Scott. I first got into, by mistake, into actually to margin trading, and I bought a little bit of Bitcoin, a little bit of Ethereum, and a little bit of XRP, predominantly Bitcoin and Ethereum. But yeah, I actually thought that I was buying them and they're mine, and I'm just watching the price go up. But I was actually margin trading in, and I got liquidated probably about 2.5 weeks into it. And then once I got off the cruise ship, I started looking into it. And before I put any money back in, I actually saw an article and a clip of Brad Garlinghouse. And once I saw that, I was sold. There's a no-brainer like that, and that's where predominantly at the beginning, yes, when I got back in, it was predominantly XRP. I did buy some other the little small altcoins like Dodge and all, like everyone has. But yeah, my first XRP coin actually cost me $2.10 Australian dollars.
Oh.
And the most was $3.20 around there. Yeah, so, but at that stage there, probably about 2 months into it, I couldn't afford to hold them, and I had to actually sell so I didn't lose too much. And then I actually held out, and it wasn't until October last year that I actually got back into it, only because I was watching progression, like as to where Ripple and XRP are at as a company, and with with the global financial system, and it was October last year. I thought, okay, now's the time to get back in. So I got back in at 43 cents US Australian dollars, which is pretty much I think about 32 cents US. And I was just buying small bags at the beginning, and see, the first time when back in 2018, I really didn't come across. Well, I didn't know about Twitter, and I didn't even look at YouTube to see any content. It was just basically just Google and see whatever I could find. But this time around, I actually did get into YouTube and started watching some channels, and there's so many great content providers out there, and I was just buying little bags, and then the variable bull, he got me all hyped up, and then about end of November, December, I started going in pretty hard. So yeah.
I was listening to a Bearable Bull video the other day, and walked into my girlfriend's house, and I couldn't see her. She was in the kitchen in another room.
Yep.
And from the I turned the volume down, and from the kitchen she goes, "This is the Bearable Bull here with your aggressively average content." So even my girlfriend now has been persuaded into the XRP army thanks to Bearable Bull. She loves his voice, and she actually likes his content. So, and I do as well.
Yeah.
So, Matt, one thing when you began looking at everything, what do you feel like was the kind of the one thing that sort of flipped the switch in your brain where you kind of felt like, you know what, there might be something really substantial going on here?
Yep. Okay. Well, because I have sent money overseas and dealt with the Western Unions and the so on, knowing the fees that I was paying for such small transfers was quite high. And as I said, I saw Brad Garlinghouse speak, and he won me. Just his charisma, his knowledge, his appearance, like he's just the package. So watching him and what he was saying in regards to Ripple and the actual system, that caught me. So then I started digging deeper. But where the big switch for me was that, yeah, okay, we all want to fight the system. But from the point that they said, no, we're working with the system, that was a game changer for me, because as much as you'd like to and whatever, you try to fight the system, you're not going to win. Yeah, you'll go for so long. And as I said to you, their approach as a company was just, for me, too smart.
Well, and that's one of the things that I'm hearing from everybody that I'm talking to. Number one, what a great leader we have in Brad Garlinghouse leading the Ripple team.
Yep.
And the sensible use case and problem that they're solving, it just makes practical sense. And
yeah.
I keep hearing that from people in our community over and over and over. And I'm hoping that, when Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz happen to run across these videos, that they're hearing from everyone in the community that we get it. We see what you guys are doing, and we appreciate you guys. So last year, about October, Brad said that he felt like we were in a marathon and we were in about mile 3. Matt, do you feel like that we have accelerated in that marathon, getting closer to the finish line, which I guess for us is going to be, more mass adoption and, the price increasing? But do you feel like that the development, say in the last 9 months, has increased your confidence in what's going on with Ripple and XRP?
Oh, most definitely, Scott. Most definitely. Like, as I said to you, around that time when Brad had said that, my advice to my wife, my beautiful wife, which she's fully supported me and let me run the show, is that this is a 2 to 5 year process. But with the current events, 2020, I think it's sped up the process a lot quicker than, and even still to today, I think it's going to come quicker than we actually think. I think the way things panned out with the deep dives and that, you can see this was in the process. I think this was just the right opportunity to fast track it and bring the change basically now, 2020.
I couldn't agree with you more. And I did you watch DAI's video today? And Brad Kimes covered it again, and I don't want to slide any of the other great content influencers that we've got by leaving your name out, but those are the two that just came into my head. But did you see their videos today talking about that guy, Charlie Ward? Did you see that, Matt?
No, I was actually just about to start watching DIA's movie, but I woke up late today, Scott, so,
wow.
So I haven't had a chance yet.
Wow, you are in for a treat. I mean, DAI, I'm going to paraphrase. He actually said something like, this is the most exciting moment that I've had doing these YouTube videos because of what this guy, Charlie Ward, said. He said basically that the quantum financial system has been planned, and they flipped the switch already on August the 2nd. And then they had a few glitches with everything, but everything is being rolled out now. And so
I saw that last night, Scott.
So then, of course, everybody's like, well, who the heck is Charlie Ward? Well, watch DAI's video today, because he goes into a little bit of a research on being able to find out who that gentleman is. And so you'll really like that video today.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, Scott, because I actually watched Charlie Ward, and I actually saw what you just said last night about the quantum system, and I only just came across him just recently. I don't know how, but in the last 2-3 weeks, and normally he posts when it's in the afternoon here, so at that stage there, that's my quiet time. So I started watching him, and actually saw what you said with, I think, Annabelle or some lady. I can't remember her name. I apologise if I've messed that up, but yeah, I saw that interview last night with Charlie Ward, and I did notice on the picture on my email from DAI's picture that he's talking about Charlie. So look, the really good thing is that whether you go across the metals, because I watch him, like in regards to currency, to metals, and basically they're all saying the same thing across the board. They're all talking about the gold standard. Yeah, they're all talking about the Great Reset. They're all talking about the QFS. So all of that does is strengthens my belief in where we are.
I couldn't have said it better myself. And the confirmation of, when you first see this and you kind of think, man, that would really be something. And then you jump in, and then you're like, man, I really hope this is something. And then you keep getting more information. And that for me, Matt, has been the most exciting part of all of this. Is if I look back over the last 6 months, all of the news has been positive. I mean, I don't remember anything that really shook my confidence to the core. It's just more good news after more good news. And to anyone new or anyone frustrated, just chill out. Be patient. It's all coming. Rome wasn't built in a day, and the quantum financial system is not built in a day. And you've got an old archaic system that has got to be replaced. And so, Charlie, Matt, do you feel like that they're going to run the two systems parallel for a while? Or do you think that this new system is going to be so efficient that they can just start running with it?
I think they'll run it parallel for a little bit. For how long, not sure. More so as an insurance policy, just in case, while they're fine-tuning, which the thing is too, we know whenever they're coming out and telling us that they're running something or they're working with something, we already know they've been doing that like years beforehand. So I think it's ready to go. And I think they will keep the old system just running, just in case it counts, but I don't think it will be for that long. Maybe 6 months, maybe a year, if that.
Well, yeah. I tell you that one of the things too, going into the interview direction with what I'm trying to do and meet as many of the people in our community as I can, I am just dumbfounded at the level of intelligence of the people that I have run across. I mean, we're all not we're not just doing this with emotion, but we're following what our content creators are suggesting that we do. We're doing our research, and I keep hearing the same thing. And that confirmation, hearing that there are other people that see the same thing that I do and that believe the same thing that I do, is the thing that has helped me through the, the bull run. And I believe we're getting close. I mean, the bear market. So I believe that we're getting closer now to where things are going to begin to happen. And I know you were excited a couple of weeks ago, like I was when we were at 17 cents, and boom, 48 hours later, we're at 32. That was a sweet 48 hours, wasn't it?
Oh, I capitalized on that one. Yeah, look, the thing is, Scott, yeah, I think, yeah, like, I can put my hand up. I can personally say, yeah, I did fall victim to, to a bit of doubt. Not doubt so much in XRP and Ripple, more so, how much more, how much longer? Because you see so much great stuff coming out, giving us that confirmation, reassuring us what we know and believe, and what we've, and that's it. So many good content providers, too many to name more. They're all, you know what, I give credit to every single one of them, regardless whether they got, like the biggest amount of subscribers or the least. Just the fact to get out, put your time, okay, because it is time for them to go research and find what they need to do. They're putting their time and efforts in. So I just want to say thank you to every single one of them. But also, it's good because you're getting a different perspective from different people and from different levels. Like, so, as I said to you, me personally, I didn't finish high school, Scott. And where I found my strength, as much as I didn't read when I was at school, I don't stop reading. The last 20 years, that's all I do is read. And read. And if I'm not sure about something, I always know someone that's within that market. So I'll ask questions because that's another thing as well. My father always said to me, in life, you have to be like a baby. Like a baby will cry when it needs to be fed or changed or whatever. So if we don't ask questions, we don't know. We will not find out. So and that's what was one of my strongest points for when I was in sales, is because I would ask questions. I wanted to learn. So when I get involved in something, I will study, I'll research day in, day out to see what exactly I'm getting into. And as I said to you, like, the further I read into Ripple and XRP, the more money I was putting in, because I knew where I'm going. I knew what this is. So you know what? As you've said many times, Scott, it doesn't matter with your look. One of the smartest guys going around is David Schwartz. Okay, you saw the paint in 1988. That guy is that far advanced, ahead of himself.
Yep.
Yeah. So you got Brett Galleyhouse. Okay, put Yahoo to the top. You've got one of the smartest men in the world on you, and then you got Chris Larson as well, who was the first that started P2P financing. So just those three blokes there, without going into the rest of the team, and they're all great in their fields. How can you not be with this team? And the best of all is the good old bankers coin, eh? Hey, where's Bitcoin now?
Well, I'm a libertarian, and in America we've got different political parties. The Democrats over on the left, the Republicans over on the right, and then the Libertarians are right smack dab in the middle. And so I kind of look at both sides of it. And I'm telling you right now, the government and the banks are not giving up control of anything. So you have to go and work with the system and then improve it from within, because those people are not going to just lay down and say, go ahead, no problem. They're used to that greed and the power and the money, and they're not going to give it up easily. But if you can help them run everything more efficiently, then I think you got a winner. So yeah, I'm all in on the banker's coin.
Of course, of course. Look, I'm like, you know, the banking system has been around for thousands of years. I'm like, it's not going to stop now, you know. And as DAI clearly said, up until now, okay, these financial advisors, that they couldn't get any money. They couldn't get like their commission by leading their clients to crypto. But now that, you know, like Brian Brooks gave the green light for custody for the banks, it's quite simple. Yeah, they're just looking after their own skin. They want to make money. That's what they're there for. So from the minute that they can make money, they're going to now bring people into this industry.
Yeah, and can you imagine when the institutional money begins to come in, Matt, when we get those financial advisors encouraging their clients to diversify 1 to 5% of their portfolio, you know what that does to our market cap? That's
Scott,
huge.
you know what? I'll tell you something. Like when I first got back into the crypto and into XRP, I said that even though I was positive and did my own research to that, what actually happened is on New Year's Eve, we're at my wife's cousin's house for a party, and there was a lady there that was actually quite high in American Express. And after a couple of drinks, my cousin turned around and said, "Oh, do you know XRP?" And you should have seen her face, Scott. It changed. And all she said, she goes, "I can't talk about it."
Really?
And my cousin turned around and goes, "Don't worry," he goes, "he knows all about it." You know what I mean? I said, "No, I don't." So the reaction there then sparked interest into me. I thought, hang on, we've already made that connection with American Express. For her face changed like quick. And for her to say that she can't speak about it, mate, we're in. We're playing ball now. Then what actually happened is the first week of January, we actually had friends of my wife's over. And one of the ladies, her husband, it was the first time I met him, and we were just talking. I asked, "Oh, what do you do?" He goes, "I'm in finance." I was like, "Oh, hello." He goes, "Fintech." I was like, "Fintech?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Okay." He goes, "You know," I said, "I know a little bit." And so I said, "Oh, look," I said, "I've actually invested into XRP." He goes, "Okay." He goes, and he asked me questions why and that, and I explained to him, well, you know, like this is what they're doing and this is what I believe, and you know, but if you can enlighten me, that'd be great. And that day there, I actually spoke to someone in America in regards to that, and they were trying to explain to me that because XRP's got 100 billion coins, there's not enough money in the world, physical currency, fiat, for it to go past the $3.84 all-time high. And I told this to the fintech finance guy, and he started laughing. And he's the first one that said to me, he goes, "Go look at the derivatives." I go, "What's that?" And I go, "What's that?" He goes, "Go look at the derivatives." He goes, "Let's take a step back." He goes, "Now," he goes, "you open up your bank account and it shows your numbers in that, correct?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "What, you think there's that much physical fiat out there that shows all those numbers on bank accounts?" So then, as I said, in January, then I started going to look at the derivatives. And then once I saw how that works and what kind of money's there, like I was blown away. I was like, this thing here, this is a beast that I don't even think, you know, like we really comprehend exactly how big this is. So, you know what, when people say, you know, like you can't be too hype or you can't be, you know what, no one knows the price. Okay, I don't think anyone knows the price. Is it going to get past all-time high? Most definitely. What the price is going to go to, you know, when people sit there and say that, you know, like yeah, that $10,000 mark, and then others say that's hype or whatever, can't say that because we don't know. Yeah, but as I was explaining to a friend of mine, it's very simple. I said, yeah, the fee's not based on the dollar value. The fee's based off how many coins you use. So at the current moment, like at 29 cents, it's going to cost you a lot more to move $1 million at 29 cents than what it would be, say, if it's at $100. Yeah. So, and to do and to look after all the money, it can't be at this price. It just won't work. It's just like just basic numbers.
So I think it's safe to say, Matt, that, I mean, and you're a grizzled veteran. You've been in the XRP community longer probably than most. But is it safe to say, because what I'm feeling from what you're sharing with me, from what I'm feeling, it sounds like you're more confident today than at any other time since you've been involved with XRP. Is that a safe read on my behalf to say that?
100%. 100%. And I'll be honest with you, if we could do here in Australia what the IRS are letting you guys do with your 401k, but I'd put it all in. That's how confident I am. Yeah, and you know what? Look, anything in life is a risk, okay? Even buying a house is a risk. If you buy at the wrong time and sell at the wrong time, you've cost yourself money. So regardless what asset class you're going into, it's all about timing, when you're coming in and when you're getting out. Pretty simple.
Very well said. And yeah, I do want to give a shout out to iTrust Capital. I did hear about that from DAI and called and had a great conversation with Blake. I'm a very happy customer of iTrust Capital, and would encourage anyone in America, give Blake a call and find out what iTrust Capital is all about. Very good option for us.
Oh yeah, I think it's great. I think it's great. Yeah, like because DAI, he first brought it to my attention, so I looked into it. I thought, wow, I wish we could do it here, but we can't do it here.
Well, I'm 58 and a half, and I put in a Roth IRA for 2019 and one for 2020. So when it rolls, eligible at 59 and a half, anything that's in there at that time is all going to be tax free. So anybody who's in America, take the time and really understand what it is that iTrust Capital is offering. And again, I did, and I took advantage of it. So thank you to DAI for bringing that to my attention.
Where do you get today tax-free money? Nowhere. Yeah, so I think that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. Yeah, like I'd most definitely go into that. Yeah, like because that's half the battle. The half the battle is, okay, we know we're going to make money. At the same time, we don't want to pay maximum tax. So yeah, like, that's another thing that I read into and look to and talk to people to see what's the way. See, with the way things are going, you can have your exit plan. Okay, I've got a very detailed exit plan. Thing is that my question is that like if it gets to the point, which it will, that I can say buy a house, say using my XRP, is that taxable? Because a taxable item is something when you've actually sold that asset, okay, got your fiat, and then gone on to purchase something else. If I'm going direct from my XRP to purchase that house, do I pay tax on that? So these are questions that still are grey here in Australia.
Yep.
Yeah. And so it's good to have an exit plan in place. And I've got a very small exit point. I'm only looking at about probably maximum 25% of my stack to get out at certain sell points, and the rest is hold to see if things like this, where they're going to lead to, where from a tax purpose, because who doesn't want to minimize their tax? Like I'm happy to give them the money if they knew how to spend it wisely, but they don't. So I need to hold as much as I can to do what I need to do.
Well, and I think that there has been enough evidence out there. I dropped my pen. I think there's enough evidence out there for people to be smart and understand lottery winner syndrome. Because if, I mean, just for example, let's say that we went to $10 by the end of September. Well, there are going to be a lot of substantial gains for people. And if they don't handle that well, then a year from now, they're just going to have blown all that money. So word to the wise, and, you know, Matt and I are in the same age group. And if there are any people that are any younger than us, you can learn from our mistakes. It's not what you make, it's what you can keep. And so think about all of this stuff intelligently and prepare a plan. And then when the things begin to happen, the emotions are going to rise up, but you have to try to keep your feet on the ground. And would you say that that's sound advice for everyone to listen to, Matt?
Mate, 100%, Scott. My father always used to say, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. Yeah, like if you're making 100 and you're spending 110, ain't going places. and unfortunately, with the way the system is, that's how they've trained people. Because you know, just go get credit. Yeah, and people just go get credit. You know, the thing is, you know, like you got to pay that back. You know, so and the thing is, in life too, Scott, you know, like you got to make a sacrifice. Okay, with every action, there's a reaction. So today's sacrifice, like I said to my wife, and I messaged her again the other day. I said, you know, like, we just need to be tight another 4 to 6 weeks. Then we'll change the game plan. Until then, we just keep doing what we're doing, and we've given up a lot of things, Scott, so that our spare money we can invest into this. These prices, you gotta be crazy not to buy them.
I agree. Sounds like it's a great thing to be able to have your wife on board with what you're doing, huh?
Oh, 100%. Look, if it wasn't for her, Scott, I don't think I would have been invested to the level I am. She like normally in the mornings when I'm out here listening to all the content providers, and she's out here, she listens, and that she hears. I will run things by her, and all she says to me, "Do what you got to do. You know what we need to do." So it's a big plus to have her 100% support behind me. Yeah, and I show her, and what I actually did, I actually put market cap on her phone, so I update our holdings, and I'll tell her, have a look at the prices, have a look where we're at, and that gives her that carrot as well, and she likes seeing the where we are at the moment.
Thank you again, Matt, and I look forward to getting back together again with you. I don't know, a month or 6 weeks from now.
Thank you so much, Scott.